Graduates, please rise. Everyone, please rise for the singing of our national anthem.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, no bombs bursting in the air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Good afternoon and welcome to the 2025 College of Science Commencement Ceremony. My name is Kevin Pitts. I have the privilege of serving as Dean of the College of Science. I would like to thank you all for bearing with us. You know, this was originally scheduled for Lane Stadium, but the weather didn't cooperate. We have some amazingly smart students, faculty, and staff in the College of Science, but unfortunately we are not yet able to control the weather. I do want to thank the folks from Virginia Tech and Facilities and Safety and Security who made a very quick pivot to get us from Lane in here where we can safely enjoy this ceremony. So thank you very much to them. Okay, this is a big day. So let me just start off by saying, congratulations, Virginia Tech College of Science, class of 2025. We are here to recognize and honor our graduates who have worked so hard to achieve this wonderful and significant milestone. This is one of those moments in life you will remember forever. Take a minute and look around, find your friends, family, look up into the Coliseum, and just soak it in. This is a raucous crowd. I think they've been drinking. Graduates, today we celebrate your achievements. but you did not make it to this point alone. You made it to this point thanks to the support and encouragement from your family, loved ones, and friends. I would like to ask you, our graduates, to take this moment to provide a round of applause for those who have helped you on this journey. What you will remember about today is being here in Castle Coliseum and walking across this stage. You won't remember any of my remarks, and that's okay. So you'll be delighted to know I'm not going to talk for much longer. I have invited one of your classmates, another member of the Virginia Tech class of 2025, to talk about his experiences here at Virginia Tech. Michelangelo Robert Harrigan is graduating with a dual degree in cognitive and behavioral neuroscience and computer science. In addition to being your 2025 College of Science commencement speaker, Mikey has also earned the 2025 Outstanding Senior for Virginia Tech College of Engineering. He is speaking at the engineering commencement ceremony tomorrow. As a research leader at the Center for Applied Behavioral Systems, Mikey has led data analytics for numerous behavioral science studies. Mikey has developed his niche as an AI engineer focused on solving humanitarian clinical problems. At Virginia Tech, Mikey started a company, HippoFlow, which uses natural language processing to develop personalized linguistic embeddings from text message history. These linguistic patterns are designed to predict mental health crises before they occur, improving therapist-patient matchings and bolster the quality of therapy interventions. Outside the lab, Mikey founded the Virginia Tech Wrestling Club and transformed it into a two-time conference champion. Through his nonprofit, Hokie Support Wrestling, he's raised funds for local youth wrestlers and Virginia Tech students alike, supporting their pursuit of the sport. Following graduation, Mikey will take one final summer mountaineer through Asia, taking Buddhism retreats. Then he will develop his project further as an AI engineer and a founder with the aim of saving lives. Please join me in welcoming your 2025 College of Science commencement speaker, Michelangelo Roberto Harrigan.
Thank you so much. I was told to bring antics, so you guys are going to have to help me out with this one. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Woo! Wow. All right. Hey, family. I'm Mikey. I'm on the club wrestling team here at Tech. Part of that means competition. It means suffering alongside your best friends in the name of something that means nothing to anybody but everything to you. And equally part of that experience is fun. You see, as much as we ourselves are competitors, we are crazed fanatics, if you couldn't tell, of the D1 team here at Tech. That's the same D1 team that's earned 3 ACC championships, 1 national champion, and a whole lot of wins right here. Woo! If Tech is away at UVA, we are there, we are cheering, we're being obnoxious. If they're at UNC, they know we're at UNC. Ohio State, same deal. God-awful NC State, the biggest rival I will ever know, yeah, definitely. But man, we're also a bunch of cheapskates. And we like it that way. It's by design. So when we go to watch these matches, we don't pay for a hotel room. We instead rely on the friendliness of old friends and new friends, and we crash on their flat couch or floor. At some schools, I'm looking at you, UVA, they'll roll our eyes at this. They don't understand what we're doing. Beyond saving cash, we're trying to extend the tendrils of our community out through the world, meet new people, share new experiences. And at other schools, we're welcomed in like family. At UNC, we got to break bread with Allegra at their bagel shop. Even at NC State, Daniel invited us to church the next morning, and we still keep in touch. I've gotten to know Virginia Tech intimately over these last 4 years, and I know that Virginia Tech falls squarely in that latter category. Hokies are the type of people who will open their doors to others. We don't just extend a hand, we enjoy the experience of integrating and growing our community. We actively care for others. Nod to you, Doc. I'll come back to this in a moment. So I also find etymology interesting. That's the study of how words came to have their meaning. Allow me to butcher one such etymology right now. What if the word university came from uni, one, and veritas, truth? Now, this isn't true in some sense of the word true. I mean, it's certainly not factually correct, but I like to think of it this way, and who's going to stop me? You see, under this definition, Virginia Tech is the ideal university. Professor Malone allowed me to sit in on business law simply because I loved law. And when it became relevant to my world and my work, he hosted extra office hours just for me. Corridor and Thornton allowed me to explore morality, justice, and what it means to be a person metaphysically. All it took was a smile and a handshake on the first day of class. At Tech, our handshake is an acknowledgement of openness to experiences and ideas. Being a Hokie means passionately sharing in other people's interests and absorbing yourself in theirs. Even if an NC State student were to come to Blacksburg, and they have, they're welcomed on our floors. With the same energy, a Hokie professor will let you crash a lecture. A student will break bread with you and help you mull over the ideas you've been thinking about. Now, this sense of play isn't just fun. It's real and it's productive. Blacksburg is home to some of the greatest hikes I've ever taken, on trail and off. Allow me to walk with you through some of the switchbacks on one hike that's taken me these past 4 years. Dr. Geller, Doc, opened the doors to his research center the first day I met him. We bonded over a passion for caring for others, and I got to do good work with him, exploring how to make Blacksburg a safer, more gratitude-filled place. Professor Vijayan shared with me perhaps my favorite paper of all time, Neuronal Population Coding of Movement Direction. When you shoot your hand in any given direction, each neuron in your primary motor cortex speaks its mind as to where your hand should go. When you average the responses of all of these neurons, the right direction emerges. I started to expand on this idea, thinking, what if we average the meaning of all embedded words in someone's text message history? Then you could use that linguistic fingerprint to predict mental health crises and help solve the problems that we see in therapy. But I didn't know anything about the field of AI or natural language processing. I had seen a YouTube video. One email, a virtual handshake later, and I was allowed into Professor Wong's graduate AI classes. She's helped me develop my ideas as I've dug myself a more sophisticated ignorance, substituting passion for necessary prerequisites. My least favorite part of a hike is the view. It signals the end. It signals you will feel the iron in your lungs no more, as you have no more steps to take. But this view, this one is pretty good. I was thinking about this at the Metallica concert when I thought that there wasn't going to be a huge storm. Suppose you were to tell your friends that you were going to go into the middle of nowhere, Virginia, and build a coliseum, a stadium, and 70,000 people from across the world would fly in, and their energy would be picked up as an earthquake. They would laugh at you. That's ridiculous. That's impossible. But here, the impossible exists. I'm looking right now at the whole of the population. Each one of us, a neuron contributing to the sum. There's an idea in neuroscience. Neurons that fire together, wire together. Thank you, guys. So keep your doors open to Hokies and the world. Signal strong, love deeply, share in that world, and you guys might like this one too. Extend those projections like you have BDNF to spare. This need not be the end of the hike. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that inspiring message, Mikey. I am now pleased to introduce our next speaker, Dr. Jadrian Wooten. Jadrian Wooten is an award-winning educator and researcher who serves as Collegiate Associate Professor in Virginia Tech's Department of Economics. He is best known for his innovative approaches to student engagement, blending pop culture, current events, and community building. Jadrian writes the popular Monday Morning Economist newsletter, where he shares fresh ideas about how understanding economics can explain the world around us. His expertise is regularly featured in prominent outlets like the New York Times, USA Today, Time Magazine, and BBC Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, Jadrian Wooten.
Good afternoon, Hokies. My name is Jadrian Wooten, and as Dean Pitts said, I am an economist. Yes, the Department of Economics is in the College of Science. And like many of you, I was also very confused a few years ago when I came for my job interview to learn that I would be interviewing for a job in the College of Science, again, as an economist. One of the things that has happened over the past few years, however, is I have found a love of being around so many other people who also care about the scientific way of thinking. I promise I will not talk to you today about inflation rates, tariffs, the stock market. That's not just for your sake, that's for mine too. After all, this is a celebration, and those conversations have absolutely ruined conversations over the past few years. But I am an economist, and I do want to talk to you about something that is incredibly important and more important than just a headline or a hot take about how the economy is doing. Something that every graduate here, whether they are a CMDA major, a neuroscience major, a psychology major, everyone in this room is uniquely equipped to face the challenge, and that is defending the value of science in a world that is increasingly skeptical of science. I was told I'd just have a few minutes to share my story, and so I do want to share a story about myself. I am incredibly fortunate to travel for part of my job. And when I do, you will find me in an airport sporting Virginia Tech gear. Probably like many of your family here today. The moment I sit down on the plane, though, someone inevitably looks at me and says, "What do you do at Virginia Tech?" They used to ask what I studied, but I don't think I give that away anymore. I often try to deflect. I say, "Oh, I just work there." That's never enough. They always follow up, and they say, "Well, what do you do at Tech?" And I say, "Well, I'm a professor." That's when I try to start cracking a book. I try to put my headphones on. I'm hoping that that's a cue to end the conversation. It never is. The next question is always, "What do you teach at Virginia Tech?" And I'm guessing that a lot of you can guess the most common response. It's likely not much different than what your parents probably just did when Dean Pitts said that your commencement speaker is an economist. They said, "Ugh, I hated economics." I get it. I've heard that for a decade. It's not new. They probably did have a really rough experience. And for the people on that plane, I often remark that they clearly didn't go to Virginia Tech, or else they wouldn't have said that. That's especially true for our friends at that school up north. They definitely weren't fortunate enough to go to Virginia Tech. But I imagine that the people sitting in the room probably experience the exact same response when you tell them that you studied computational modeling and data analytics, that you studied neuroscience, that you studied statistics and mathematics, and they said, "That's not for me. That's not real. I don't trust algorithms." Some people hated the field that you spent years falling in love with and studying. Unfortunately, it seems that a lot of people hate your field because they don't believe in it either. And that's a much bigger problem than just not liking something that you studied. And that is where I'm here to tell you that you are incredibly important. I ask that you don't be like me. Do not hide your field by sliding on your headphones or disappearing into a book. Stand up for science, share it, and explain it to the people who maybe don't like it. At Virginia Tech, we have worked really hard to make our College of Science students better communicators in what they study. And I know that my friends on stage have done that for their specific majors as well. You leave here not with just formulas and lab techniques and equations and algorithms, but the ability to better understand why the stuff that you study really matters. Some of you may have recently watched a hit show called Severance, where workers don't exactly know what they're doing, but they know that their work is mysterious and it's important. And a lot of times, science feels like that to a lot of people. It feels mysterious and important. But you've seen behind the curtain, and it's now your job to open that curtain a little bit more for the rest of the world to see what you're doing. We need you, not just for your discoveries, but for your voice. Congratulations, class of 2025. Go be mysterious, go be important, but most of all, please go be heard. Congratulations.
Thank you very much for those thoughtful words, Jadrian. And now we're going to move on to the part of the program where we bring some graduates across the stage. I just want to comment a little bit on decorum when it comes to the whole commencement process. And the way I would classify how we should approach this is to remember that we are in a stadium that was made for cheering. So when your graduate comes across the stage, I hope we can hear a little bit about how great they are. We will be starting with our graduates from the Department of Statistics. Dr. Joseph Marola, professor in the Department of Chemistry, will be reading names for us today. Dr. Ann Driscoll from the Statistics Department will now present the candidates for bachelor's degrees in statistics. Ann?
Dean Pitts, I have the honor to present the candidates for the bachelor's and master's degrees in the Department of Statistics. Our graduates possess strong analytical and computational skills and have been trained to use data to make informed decisions, making them highly valued in industries such as finance, healthcare, and technology. Congratulations.
Receiving Masters of Science degrees in Statistics, Michael Osei Kumi. Alexandre Gobel. Dylan Steberg. David Roycroft.
Are you masters? Could you go? Never mind.
Receiving bachelor's degrees, Olivia Marie Spokart. Ryan Price. Colin Garand. Adrian Dixon, receiving a master's degree. Ryan Dillon. Israel Preston. Andrew Fahn. Daniel Kimbayo Siprich. Sanjana Rayani. Rebecca Morales. Ryan Webster. Zachary Mazer. Akash Banerjee. Ebenezer Dawat. Adam Anziano. Sullivan James Stefanik. John Torpy. Quinn Danieluk. Aidan Sherlock. Genevieve Bruner. Fabian Guerrero. Maria Hurley. Marin Williamson. Karenelle Ada Johnson. Colin Kennelly. Mark Pellisier. Ethan Richards. From the Department of Psychology,
here we go. Dean Pitts, it's a privilege to present our psychology graduates of 2025. Their academic journey has equipped them for diverse careers in clinical work, research, and industry. As a memory researcher, I understand the significance of the memories they carry from their time in Williams Hall, memories that will guide their future endeavors and cultivating enduring connections. To our psychology graduates, remember that Virginia Tech will always be your home, and we eagerly anticipate your future successes.
receiving a master's degree, Anna Gabrielle Patarinsky. Receiving bachelor's degrees, Sky Jong. Trey Beatty. Jeremy Luke Harris. Franklin Guerrero. Hannah Tavasoli. Elliston Kilgallen. Sarah Breeding. Jordan Payne. Philip Cates. Natalie Castro Martinez. Adriel Castro. Elizabeth Wales. Connor McLaughlin. Garrett Triplett. Emily Brown. Jess Lindeman. Kelly Howell. Cassidy Chapman. Angel Strauss. Kelly Galitz. Brandon Choi. Jamie Hausner. Christian Picard. Fatima Malik. Caitlin Brooks. Ellie Rudick. Saidia Pearson. Diane Whitehead. Carly Byrne. Natalie Barr. Kaylin Upson. Ashley Wallace. Isabel Morissette. Bailey Vaughn. Anna Duval. Aaron Wade. Ava Link. Juliana Gary. Addison Gilbert. Tyler Pham. Margaret Bezaza. Ami Varadia. Mayamika Chica. Caitlin Elizabeth Morris. Peyton Bradley. Tabitha Green. Natalie Peach. Taylor Tuck. Maddie Graff-Miller. Fu and Andy Hong. Addison Healy. Leandra Gilly. Maria Dunning. Lilai Kabede. Brianna Leon. Lane Baker. Samantha Clark. Sarah Green. Jack Morgan. Sophia Fontana. Ashley Mottis. Anthony Dix. Helena Abraham. Ivan Savelyev. C.J. Nance. Casey Kozan. Erica Strobel. Emily Steinbach. Kate Levine. Cameron Cheeks. Gina Short. Gabrielle Casnocha. Abigail Milliken. Mia Kelly. Victoria Moser. Eden Skyers. Kieran Verdi. Annalise Sutton. Chloe Turnbow. Tehani Tevez. Naya Nesbitt. Holly Johnson. Kimberly Lay. Julia Saldana Dominguez. Sophia Zimmerman. Ji Zhang. Rebecca Cuthbertson. Katie Casting. Cameron Johnson. Gabriel Hogan. Megan Luby. Ashley Binney. Alexandra Kahayan. Alexandra Arias. Savannah Stevens. Sarah Savinelli. Cameron Greer. Ashton Hall. Latham Browning. Karenna Allison. Sophia Weaver. Kaylee Marilyn Fry. Chloe Frances Ziegler. Mujda Hamid. Greta Lunsford Poe. Lily Mikesell. Emily Gandal. Alexa Santos. Jack Wilson. Courtney Horn. Eric Kim. Sienna Della Carpini. Aries Cabrera. Olivia Cox. Brandon Golding. Aiden Mood. Ainsley Jacobin. Mia Mangin. Liz Rose Foxwell. Kadeen Brown. Isabella Molina. Ashleen Kihuguru. Owen Kitkoff. Macklin Berry. Sarvani Kasibotla. Alexandra Solorsano. Pooja Yeduvali. Sarah Olivia Hammond. Ethan Blankenship. Alyssa Stanton. Riley Thompson. Alyssa Simone Pin. Cassidy Shell. Kiana Janae Price. From the Department of Mathematics,
Okay, Dean Pitts, I have the honor to present the candidates for the bachelor's and master's degrees in the Department of Mathematics. A mathematics degree develops students' analytical problem-solving skills and prepares them to analyze and solve practical problems in a vast range of areas of global concern.
receiving the Master of Science in Mathematics, Tiona Zurabashvili. Ross George. Receiving bachelor's degrees in mathematics, Lillian Walsh. Natalie Wade. Costa Zigic. Michael Holman. Jason De La Vesa. Robert Long. Court Hosto. Alex Singh. Sean McShane. Zachary Bornstein. Samir Johar. Corey Bond. Kyle Johnston. Abigail J. Robertson. Elijah Widener Ferreira. Alexander Race. Joshua Layer. Matthew First. Kevin Chen. Ahmed Abbas. Hadley Domali. Brady Bowersox. Olivia Kielb. Corbin Burt. Paul Yang. Jacob McCann. Michael Lucas. Colin McDevitt. Griffin Paddock. Benjamin Levy. Kelly King. Shrutik Sivagnivelu. Owen Lensmeyer. Michael Binyam. Brandon Wong. Aiden Flinton. Morgan Ketchum. Noble Cardoz. Evan Stosick. Hudson Abbott. Diego Valencia. Yihan Liu. Zelin Shen. Eric Norton. Mitchell Galayer. Evan Utney. Samuel Klemick. Aidan Conant. From the Department of Neuroscience.
Dean Pitts, I am honored to present the candidates for a bachelor's degree in neuroscience. Today, our students will receive their degrees in either clinical, cognitive, computational, or experimental neuroscience, and will become innovators and leaders in medicine, the health professions, industry or law, academia, marketing, and technology, in government and civilian sectors where neuroscience expertise is needed.
Aaron Bard. Paris Desert. Madison McDonald. Jayla Harris. Gabrielle Stockmaster. Jackie Leon Hernandez. Camila Villena. Ariane Bateja. Adam Cummings. Hunter Deitch. Claire Dyken. Bradley Platt. Emma Blair. Kenza Harag. Kalia Wilson. Sean Binning. Laurel Barnes. Caitlin Spears. Maura Manzella. Nathan Karwowski. Ashley Loy. Claire Cheney. Cameron Kerr. Richard Morgan. Zachary Vincent. Michael Angelo Robert Harrigan. Holly Hedrick. Michael Davidson. Sophia Thompson. Sarah Banwart. Gabriella Keeler. Sarah Noel. Owen Wagner. Jackson Creamer. Dream Lee. Jaden Catalfamo. Cora Youngs. Tatum Harris. Emily York. Isabel Sky McHugh. Francis Eskew. Noah Benita. Perry Dooley. Abby Bartz. Kennedy Crook. Martha Patience Ta. Jesse Macklin. Grace Nobriga. Avery Willow McDaniel. June Carter. Cecilia Chan. Faith Rochelle Trott. Skylar Chase. Jenna Sprigman. Catherine Thacker. Faith Pearson. Bryce McBain. Dana Morgan. Aaron Pozo Aranda. that again? I can't hear. Hunter Smith.
As soon as they shake hands, she wants you to call names. She said we're running behind.
Clara Bonneau. Abigail Bolt. Aidan Ramey. Natalia Ann Rybarczyk. Timothy Michael O'Brien, Jr. Miriam Rose Azul McClure. Christian David Molina Galias. Eunice Adesola Akinadi. Lily Smith. Hima Batula. Negone Sal. Christopher Richardson. Kayla Renee Scott. Trey Ridgway Davis. Caroline Schottler. Brooke O'Neill. Prenya Harikrishnan. Savannah Smith. Talbot McGurr. Sophia Koffler. Taylor Wiles. Morgan Johnson. Abigail Aliseski. Mallory French. Gatali Manot. Lavi Belkar. Nicholas Korika. Nathan Brennan. Nuruddin Amur Almadani. Rachel Davis. Rachel Grayek. Zachary Moore. Emily Olson. Nicholas Holden. Richard Rust. Zachariah Elbash. Sophia Chevanini. Ava Wheeler. Paige Rooks. Madeline Williams. Rupabali Samantha. Kiera Cleveland. Amina Holt. Madison Pisha. Julianne Wood. Ellie Bulusan. Lucy Taylor. Tessa Shepard. Shriya Chemudupati. Hannah Campsey. Brandon Cox. Colin Richter. Hannah Patton. Alexandra Marks. Alexis Haig. Addison Deal. Molly Fuller. Elizabeth Schwend. Isabel Lee. Anna Rubley. Candace Adjaman. And Jolie Orcutt. Gabriel Montemayor. Lauren Siegel. Litzy Valderrama Banda. Eunice Locke. Maggie Hendrickson. Joseph Kupidlovsky. Matthew Hoffman. Ilea Maria Abisamra. Samantha Stiles. Ferris Akbar. Jessica Crystal Ramirez. Monica Kadatka. Sachin Gandhi. Aryan Bangalore. Ridha Padala. Zosha Kobalinski. Julia Marshall. Natalie Jaluk. Momina Kiani. Kami Doe. Allison Knopp. Vivian Trong. Yaris Soto. Michaela Hagerty. Mariana Becker. Jordan Simmons. Leah Morahan. Sarina Ahmed. Lance Stanley.
There's 2 masters, even though she doesn't have her
Two,
hood
okay.
yet.
From the Department of Geosciences.
Oh, did it come on? Okay. Dean Pitts, I have the honor to present candidates for bachelor's and master's degrees in geosciences. Our students study the planet we live on and make discoveries on critical societal issues such as climate change, water and resource availability, and geologic hazards, in addition to contributing to the fundamental scientific understanding of how the Earth works.
Receiving Masters of Science in Geosciences, Yareli Medez. Luisana Rodriguez Sequeda. Receiving bachelor's degrees in geosciences, Liz Johnson. Mew Mottershead. Madeline Kronebusch. Andrew Allard. Sean Markle. John Venino. Haley Bauer. Ainsley Brewer. William Craig. Maddie Williams. Morgan Scheichel. Kaylin Sprinkle. Andrew Levine. Julio Montenegro. Amelie Lestrade. Will Coffey. Jacob Sutton. Evan Grant. Alexis Slikowski. Alexandria Phillips. Jerry Sadler. Computational Modeling and Analytics.
Dean Pitts, I have the honor to present the candidates for bachelor's degrees in the Academy of Data Science. The students have completed our major in computational modeling and data analytics, a program that educates principal data scientists who use their strong foundation in applied math, statistics, and scientific computing to solve problems of consequence that drive impact across society. Congratulations.
Sung Sovajir Taj. Jackson Walsh. Wes Britton. William Chestnut. Abigail Campion. Ye-Jin Moon. Connor Bluestein. Abrar Ahmed. Martin Hamzai. Antonio Pinto. Anthony Merlin. Caitlin Landgraf. Ethan Pham. Samantha Zheng. Alexis Echeverria Martinez. Annalise Broerman. Yash Patel. Lucas Badger. Cameron Savage. Joseph Wolstenholme. Ryan Hepler. Gustav Miller. Ashley Kovitz. David Aduse. Henry Ham. Shagun Saini. Julia Knuckles. William Salisbury. Man Win. Xavier Akers. Ishika Garg. Nami Jain. Brendan Lee. Adam Lee. Eric Zhao. Ethan Kraus. Matthew Hill. Joshua Chu. Dawit Digafe. Kobe Nuonli. Tessa Bryan. Jenny Tran. Christian Latour. Casey Alexandra Schultz. Caitlin Smith. Jacob Leland. Rahul Rangan Ramakrishnan. Aidan Shea. Ethan Apia. Jason Jung. Hyung Suk Kim. Matthew Choi. Jun Jae Kang. Lydia Pinkovich. Zainab Farouk. Alejandra Galvan. Amy Farafino Gallardo. Solomon Manamo. Zijan Shen. Jacob Bladorn. Siddharth Somushekhar. Ananya Chilakumarti. Jose Paz. Anjanea Pant. Helen Choi. Ashwita Joan. Michael Hakizumwami. Bobby Alvarez. Jonathan Cho. Eden McDonald. Ivan Este. Vu Fan. Joshua Saylor. Jae Hyun Park. Meghna Varali Kamoju. Sejal Gupta. Isabella Shire. Aisha Mahajabin. Bohan Ni. Ruby Fan Chang. Jalen Green. Darren Zhang. Rohil Kapoor. Sanjit Dulam. Sanaz Sheikh. Kushi Kampali. Luke Grundle. Theodore Lee. Thales Savkli. Jack Edward Gotta. Brooke Ferry. Yimi Tran. Krishna Mataparthi. Hemanch Adunor. Soham Kapadia. Harshit Singh. Frehom Yamani. Waris Popal. Surya Valagardi. Gabriel Dell. Ishana Garuda. Zaylin Shen. Yihan Liu. Zachary Baumstein. Maida Durashetti. Amisha Papaneja. Sean Rowe. Gavin Zhang.
Nice job cheering. Very well done. Graduates, you are now alumni of this great institution. On behalf of the faculty and staff of the College of Science, it has been a pleasure getting to know you and to work with you over these last several years. We hope that you will keep in touch and come back to visit us often. You are now lifetime members of the Hokie family. Now, before I let you go, I want to close by saying that I am personally so impressed and proud of the diligence you have demonstrated to be able to walk across this stage today. It is a testament to your drive, to your character, to your determination, and to your enthusiasm that you are here. And those are traits that will serve you well for the rest of your lives in whatever career path or life path you choose. You are members of the class of 2025 and are uniquely qualified to lead us into the future. Do not hesitate to step to the forefront immediately. The world needs you. The breadth of knowledge you have acquired here at Virginia Tech, melded with your deep understanding of science, are critical for your community, for your state, for the nation, and indeed humanity. Do not allow others' doubts to limit your aspirations, and please do not limit your own. So, our world awaits your knowledge and your leadership. Go show them what Science Hokies can do. Let's congratulate our graduates one more time. Thank you again, friends, family, loved ones, for joining us today. Let me tell you what's going to happen now. The stage party is going to start heading that way, and all of you are going to start celebrating just a little bit more. Have a wonderful evening, and best wishes to all of you. Okay, we can go.